So we are finally able to do a long trip. I'm going to Coronado for the military. I'm going to be there about 4 days, and I'm going to be camping in my car. Nice part about that is my building is right on the ocean. Literally, if you cross the street, you are on a sandy beach, which is where I'll be parking my car and camping out by the ocean. Bad part is I've had the flu for like 3-4 days, and I'm on that kind of what I'm hoping is the last day where like everything is flushing, if that's the best way to put it. So I feel terrible. I'm on like 20 different kind of medications, and I just started my drive. It's a 5.5 hour drive, so not terrible. But when you have the flu and you're stuck in the car and you need access to restrooms on basically no notice, driving 5 hours is not the best thing to do. So we'll see how that goes, but it kind of seems like how it always plays out, honestly. I mean, last year I took vacation around Christmas time. The best part of this trip was going to be that I'd be able to do it in my car and camp on the beach and have a really fun time car camping while in Coronado Island. That has very quickly turned into the worst part about this trip, because now I'm going to be stuck in a car with the flu. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so we found our first stop-off spot. Middle of Maricopa County, Yuma, Arizona. As you guys can kind of tell, it's just a random pull-off spot in the middle of the desert. If you're ever wondering where people find this stuff, because I see overlanding videos all the time, and I was lucky enough to catch someone saying what they used to find weird back road, secret little hangout spots and legal camping areas. I personally use the Overlander app. So the app is just called Overland. And that's what I use to find these weird little hidden spots out here. But there's tons of people out here, which is cool. I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit and rest up. I just caught this really cool sign, so I'm backing up here. Check this out. It says, travel caution, smuggling and illegal immigration may be encountered in this area. Alright, we found a good little nook here. But as you guys can see, there's a guy passing. So we are just absolutely in the middle of the desert. In Maricopa County area, I think Yuma we just passed through. But how cool are these little spots out here? There's a little something. Oh. But yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit, rest. Like I said, I have the flu, so I'm trying really hard not to push myself too hard. It'll be like a full stop. I'm not gonna like have food and stuff. I'm just gonna kind of sit and rest, because as you guys know, when you have the flu, you're like extremely tired and achy and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna hang out right here, enjoy the view. As you can see, it's a beautiful one. Looks like there's a campfire area. And yeah, I mean, after we hang out for a little bit, get some energy back. I won't start a fire because it's actually pretty windy out here. So we'll just rest up for a little bit, and then we'll be on our way to the next stop. So I guess it's like as good a time as ever to talk about the goal of the channel and where it's going to go and why. I haven't posted a video in a really long time. So long story short, I thought I was done with the Navy, right? If you guys are familiar with it, I was in the reserves. I had completed 6 years. So I was under the impression that I was going to be done. I was going to transfer into what's called inactive reserve ready, IRR, which basically means you're done. It means you don't have to do anything for the Navy anymore. So I started this company, I started this channel, etc., etc. And then basically I found out that I wouldn't be able to do IRR. So I still have to do my Navy stuff. So what that means for the channel is essentially the YouTube channel is going to continue on. But unfortunately, I did shut down the company. Reason being is I only started the company because I'd have all this extra time without the Navy, if that makes sense. So with that said, the channel's going to go on. I'm going to start doing regular uploads again, but the company has been shut down, unfortunately. Maybe we'll pick that back up once I'm actually done with the Navy. But you know, I have to go to Coronado every month for the military. Coronado Island, it's right by San Diego, California. And the drive from where I live to Coronado is about 5 hours. It's a beautiful drive. As you can see, there's plenty of places to pull over and explore a little bit, which is what we're doing right now. So it's probably going to be a lot of car camping videos. I'm going to find some cool spots where you can camp in the area of where I drill. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, follow along. Let me know if you have any recommendations on what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what you want to see, what you don't like, what you like, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it is just beautiful. It is just beautiful out here. A lot of these people have much better setups. They have like full RVs or full car campers, things like that. But I'll show you guys kind of what I'm working with here. I have a sleeping mat right over there. Always put all your camping gear in one bin so you don't pull the, oh no, I forgot this. Like me with my pan, I don't keep my pan in here. But funny enough, I brought plates, silverware, bucket for cleaning the pan, my propane, everything I need to make food except the food and the pan. And then here's my little portable camping cooker I'll get into later. But yeah, I just lay out the sleeping pad right here. And then as you guys can see, I got my pillow and I have a comforter right here. So it's a really nice setup. For emergency kind of stuff, I got the shovel if I ever get stuck. Just put brand new all-terrain tires, got the oil change before we left. Vehicle care if you're car camping is like number one. You can always stop at Walmart and grab things like a pan real quick, but you can't stop everywhere and get your car fixed right away. The worst thing that can happen to you out here is that your car breaks down and you get stranded, right? Flat tires, a different story. You have spare tires, yada yada. But car care, like oil change, filter change, all that good stuff needs to be done on a regular basis if you plan to use your car for traveling long distances and for sleeping in it. Because again, if you have an issue and they take your car away and you had no backup plan, now you have to hope that there's a hotel nearby that can take you for the night. So we're gonna get going. We're gonna go find another spot. We're gonna stop at a Walmart, get a pan and some food, and then probably at the next stop, we'll get to cooking something. Some cool info pieces here. Interesting. So we're stopped like probably an hour from Yuma. I totally got mixed up. We were in Maricopa County in my last stop. But we just picked a random rest stop to kind of look around at. Yeah, just in the middle of nowhere. So I noticed at this rest stop you're not allowed to have pets running around here, and there's tons of signs about poisonous snakes and insects. Leave in the comments if you know what insects they're talking about. I didn't know there was like poisonous insects out here, but it's kind of cool. So we're gonna come up on the Mexico-Arizona border pretty soon here. So we're gonna have to go through the border crossing they have. So far, the trip's going really good. Even though I have the flu, the medication started to kick in. I couldn't do the Walmart stop. We're way behind on schedule because that first stop where I was in the middle of nowhere in Maricopa County, I may have nodded off in my chair. So I fell asleep for about an hour. So we're way behind schedule, and I've had to stop a few times again because I'm sick. So it hasn't been too bad, but it hasn't been perfect. But it's a beautiful drive. I'm having a blast, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna hit the border patrol pretty soon here, but just mountains, sand. It's some would say it's a boring drive, but it's pretty beautiful if you really stop and walk around and go take a look. But we're jumping back on the highway, so we'll catch you guys at the next stop. So we have officially made it. I won't be able to show you really any of the background of where I'm at because I am on a Navy base, so I can't show you the scenery, but just over there is the ocean and a really nice beach. The reason I'm not camping on the beach is because it's been pouring the last 2 days, and the last thing I want to do is get stuck sinking in the sand. Subaru is really good with its all-wheel drive. I do have all-terrain tires on this thing, but I really don't want to deal with climbing around in the mud, so I'm going to avoid camping in the beach, soft beach sand. But I'll show you guys the basic setup. This is my setup after 100 attempts and 100 fails, and adjusting to what I like and what makes me comfortable. So my key to like happiness when I'm camping in my car, it's a Subaru Forester. It's nothing huge, it's nothing special, but it's really comfortable for me at least. And a side note of that is I do this with my girlfriend. I lay out the big blow-up mattress. We basically blow it up like halfway, and then it kind of like water forms to the interior of the car, and it's actually really comfortable, and there's enough space for both of us. Being comfortable, that's my number one thing. And number two thing is cleanliness, so being clean. By that I mean there's no trash in here. Everything's where I want it to be and where I know it is, and everything's organized the way I want it to be. So for example, up front, I think it's a little too dark for you guys to really see. So I have my portable charger, my water's up there, my snacks are up there, my toothbrush, my wallet, all that good stuff, right? It's fairly organized and clean up front. But back here, I have one backpack down there with a pair of shoes that are clean, don't smell. I don't ever really wear them. They're kind of like my backup shoes. Small bag, it just has my portable camping cooker thing in there. My camping bin, it says all my camping items, so if I ever need anything, it's just right here. Car keys, my towel, and then I'm just on a mattress, an inflatable single person mattress. I had a swim qual test for the Navy, so all day I left them up here just to show you guys, but all day I ran them through the dryer once in the pool area. They have that thing like you push down and it spins really fast, and it like halfway dries out your stuff. So I let those dry in the sun all day. They're completely dry. I just wanted to leave them up to show you. Back here, I just have my, I hope you guys can kind of see this, but I just have my hat, military boots, my portable stovetop, wet wipes, and my blanket. Just a pillow, and then I always bring my chair, which is right there, and I use it as like a head brace. So the inflatable mattress goes all the way back, lays out completely. I think it's like a 6 foot plus inflatable mattress lengthwise. So I bring the bracket because obviously the headrest drops off right there. So if I don't put anything there, my head falls down, and I like to sleep at an elevated position. So I use that as a bracket, and then I have my bigger backpack with all my clothes and stuff underneath that, so I can sleep at an elevated position. So that's basically the setup right now. I'm just gonna charge my phone and relax, really. It's like 6 p.m. only. I already ate dinner. I already went to the gym. So I'm just gonna watch a few movies and relax. And like I said, my house is kind of the same way. I'm really big on like minimalist and being organized and clean. If I don't, I get really OCD and kind of lose it a little bit and get a little stir crazy. So this kind of setup for me is like insanely perfect. Everyone keeps asking why the Navy gives you free lodging. They give you a free hotel. Everyone's asking why I choose to sleep in my car. I really like this. It makes me feel like I'm in like my own little cave. I'm on the most secure military base possibly on the planet. There's not wild animals running around. There's zero crime. No one can get on here who's not supposed to be on here. It's surrounded by water other than a gate and a gigantic bridge. If you guys know about Coronado, California, there's one giant bridge in and one giant bridge out. So it's like the most secure place you could possibly be. And then it's a very cozy little nook that I get to sleep in peacefully. And because of my deployments, I love the sound of jets taking off and helicopters whirring above my head. I hear that all night. It's kind of like a white noise or fan to some people. Really loud jets shaking the car like crap is something that puts me to sleep right away. But yeah, we're just gonna watch a movie, relax, and I'll probably fall asleep at some point. If I wake up, I'll show you guys my morning routine. I basically just fold my comforter and get out of the car. And it's super simple. I love that about it. All right, so it's getting kind of late. It's around 9 p.m. Winds got up to about 30 miles an hour right now, and it's raining really hard. And it was hailing not too long ago. X amount of time ago, a few aircraft took off, and I can hear them buzzing over my head and around the area and flying through, and I'm sure some commercial airlines as well. But the wind is like shaking my car and making me uncomfortable. To be flying a commercial airline right now, or anything in the sky, would be like my worst nightmare. So just all the respect in the world to any kind of pilot of anything. It's really windy, so I'm gonna hide you guys in the car. But this is my view. I can't show you anything behind the camera like that way, but this is the view of where I'm gonna be staying tonight. It rained like crazy last night, but the sand is hardened up. So I'm just gonna hang out here and enjoy my lunch. So I did something that I pretty much never do. I honestly can't remember the last time that I did this. I bought, so if you guys see me looking in that direction a lot, it's because I don't know what they were doing, but there were six shipmates in uniform being arrested. All I saw, they were on our dock. So we have us and SWIC unit have a dock area and a boat ramp that we use. And there were 6 guys in uniform at our dock launching a jet ski. And they were all getting arrested. So if you see me looking constantly over, the dock is not too far over, and you know, military police, if they see me like in a parking lot recording and stuff, they're definitely going to come over and ask questions. So if you see me keep looking over there, it's because I'm kind of watching for the cops, because I know they're going to come down this way and probably come over here. So, but back to what I was saying. For the first time in years, now I have 2 kids and another one on the way. So anytime I have like play money, spare money, or I'm gonna like buy cool clothes or shoes or whatever, it's for my kids. But I went out and bought myself, let's see if you can see it here. I'll try and play with the brightness and editing too, but I bought myself a pair of shoes, not based on practicality, but based on the fact that I like the style for the first time in years. So I bought myself some Vans, and they're like this cool green, and my girlfriend's favorite color is green. So I was choosing between the green and the black. I was like, you know what, man, I always buy just like plain black shoes. So I went with something a little different this time. Bought myself some cool shoes. But what I'm doing right now is just cleaning up. Tomorrow's the last day. So I'm just cleaning up the car, getting it ready for bed. I got soaked today, so I got all the stuff on my roof rack drying out, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But I can finally throw out these crap pair of shoes, and I'm going to show you the state of these shoes. So like, when I say I don't buy shoes, so these are $5 Walmart shoes. They're like $10 or something. Outside's not bad. I hope you guys can see the state of the inside of the shoes I've been wearing. I mean, there's basically no bottom to them. And they were 15 bucks crappy to begin with. But, so yeah, super happy. Bought myself a brand new pair of shoes. Lamp on. And I'll show you guys the roof rack. This roof rack, I'll show you, it's a combo. Sorry if I'm flashing that in your face. So this roof rack is actually a combo. So this is all wet, my shoes are soaked. My uniform's soaked too. I'm not gonna hang that out until later tonight, but shovel for when I get stuck places. I have all-terrain tires on this thing, not mudding tires. All-terrain, it's a Subaru. It's 2 sizes. These tires are 2 sizes up from what stock is. But this roof rack has a kayak rack, this rack for carrying luggage, etc. I'm super, if you can't tell, I'm super pumped about the state of this rack and how I set it up. It took forever to get everything to fit the way that it fits and to be functional, so I can actually have a kayak, a bike, and extra stuff in the rack all at the same time. But this is the Yakima bike rack that I use as well. But I can have all 3 things working all at the same time. And if you can't tell, I'm really pumped about that. But we're just gonna clean, and then I'm probably gonna like order some fish or something because I'm right by the ocean. So I'm gonna get cleaned up, and then we're gonna order some food and go pick it up and lay down and hang out. But it's pretty much all that's going on here. Went and got myself Monster energy drink, the 0 sugar. I like the green cap ones. These are my favorite now. I don't like the white Monsters. I don't know why, never been my thing. But today I'm gonna be on, don't want to show you my hat, what I do for a living, boys. Alright, so I'm just hanging out right now. Today I'm going to be working on, I think it's like Imperial Beach base. I don't know what they actually call it, but I'm half and half on Coronado Island base and then this base. So if you guys don't know, it's the Navy SEAL base is probably the best way to put it. It's where they do buds, and it's where they do the famous like boat marches where they hold the boats up, and the obstacle courses, and it's where they do buds. So I'll be working on that base today. Really cool thing I got to do was I got to do my swim test in the same pool that they do a lot of the training for buds in. So that's pretty cool. Working around buds classes so much, it's cool for like the first day that you work around it. Like, I don't want to downplay that training course. The training course is #1 in the world, right? But with that said, you have to just look how beautiful this is though. Like, cutting myself off here, but man, just a beautiful morning here. Like I said, I don't want to downplay that training at all, but when you work around it so much, you really, they say like it's a 90-something% fail rate. Like, out of 100 people, you'll have 5 that pass. If you look at the training groups that are running around and that are doing these training evolutions, like if you just look at the people that are trying out for it, that are trying to go through buds, there are 90% of those people who wouldn't even make. When you look at the people that are doing it, you can pick out 90% of them that shouldn't be trying out, really. It's kind of hard to explain exactly, but if they went out and tried out for an elite level like baseball team or football team or like really anything, and kind of be like, I can tell that they're not athletic, you can tell that they're not super like, it's not that they're not smart, but they wouldn't be football smart. So like in the middle of a game, they wouldn't be able to, in all the chaos, make a really good, smart decision. And you can kind of tell that with people when you first meet them. So the more I'm around the training groups and the more I watch it and the more I interact with those people, the less of that lore of like Navy SEALs really comes into play, because after a while, after seeing what they do and who's trying out and stuff, you can really tell like, yeah, well, why are you even trying out, dude? Like, I can tell you can't. I mean, you'll get people that go in that are not in good shape, just not in good shape, like not in good shape at all. As in like, yeah, you can run 1.5 miles and do 50 push-ups, but like you need to run a 6-minute mile maximum for 5 miles, not a 1.5 mile decent run time. Like, so I think a huge majority of people not passing that is just because they should. I mean, like, no offense to anyone at all, but like, I think you should look at the highest performing athlete that you've ever met. Okay, were you able to stick right next to him? And if the answer is no, like, you have to be objectively asking this question. If the answer is no, then why would you even go to a training program that's for the most elite human beings on planet Earth? That's really what it is. It's the equivalent of going out and doing a walk-on at Alabama football. And you were like a second stringer on the varsity team in high school. That's really what it equates to, in my opinion. But once we get done with today, we're going to, God, this is gorgeous. Once we're done with today, we're gonna pack it up and head home. I'm hoping I don't have to stay here until 4 p.m. because I won't get home until like 9 or 10. And I gotta be at work at 7 a.m. tomorrow, which means I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning tomorrow. But there's a cop here, I gotta go because I didn't pay for a parking spot. my favorite part of the drive. Really windy mountains, and sometimes you can catch some mountain goats poking their heads out and running around. But the trip as a whole went great. And if you guys don't really know what I do, it's I don't want to like give too much information, but it's brown water navy, and you can Google that if you want more information. We're riverine crafts, we're small boats, and we have a very specific mission for the Navy, and there's a very limited amount of units that do it. It's the best job, if I'm completely honest with you. Like, it's the best job I've ever had in my life. I fucking absolutely love it. I wish I could do it every day of my life. So we are officially out of Poophole, California, the shittiest state in all of the United States. So we're gonna stop at the gas station, get some Copenhagen wintergreen. I've been out for like 3 days. The military base sells flavored tobacco, despite California not allowing it. And they also ran out of Copenhagen wintergreen, which tells you how many people are looking for Copenhagen wintergreen on that base. But yeah, I'm gonna get some food, some regularly priced gas, and some Copenhagen. So we're gonna stop off right here. Okay, so just stopped. Got some Copenhagen wintergreen. Finally. I got Burger King. I got a chicken sandwich. Probably it didn't look like chicken. It's probably some kind of fake something. But I got my energy back, as you can probably tell. I got a large water. The guy was shocked when I asked for a large water. He said, we have to charge you as if it was a fountain drink, and I was like, sure man, give me a $4 water, that's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Got ourselves a nice good old sugar-free Monster. We had that from before, I didn't get another one. But now we're on the Arizona side of things, going through more beautiful scenery. It's all mountains and just really nice views the whole way through. I like this drive going back into Arizona. Coming towards California, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either, to be honest. There's mountains coming in, so yeah, all around it started as an absolute nightmare with the flu and turned into a great trip. So we'll be home in 2.5 hours, and that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the videos.